Yeah, well, I mean, a couple things. I think, insurance obviously is taking off in India. It's relatively new, although I think there's at least one player I was talking to earlier this morning that's doing some interesting things. We have a small activity that's actually insurance related, and amazingly enough, in the Tibetan refugee community. And that is about health. And although it's a small population, it's a nice way to test something and see if it works. And our assessment is actually pretty positive about that particular insurance scheme. I think in health more broadly, our USAID program in India is basically two big sectors for us. One is health and one is renewable energy. But within the health field, we're working mostly in TB and mother and child healthcare issues and a few other things too. But what's more interesting is in the health sector, how we do things. And so for us, partnership is big and innovation is big. Those are the two of the things that we concentrate on.
How USAID is contributing to the healthcare sector in India?
Yeah, no, it's again, in terms of the particular issues, mother and child and TB, both big issues in India. Obviously, it's a huge place and the huge issues, and so one has to be circumspect and focused on what you do. But those are two areas. But within that, again, it's the innovation aspect that you referred to, and the partnerships. And of course, you heard me this morning say when it comes to partnerships, my mantra is equare gyara, that it's 1 + 1 is not 2, it's 11 when people work together. And of course, what happens in this space right now is it's not just 1 + 1, it's 1 + 1 + 1 because people are working in these kinds of partnerships in many ways. That's very positive. And I think about innovation and technology, where that comes into play. India is a very dynamic place right now. A lot of things are happening in the health sector in particular. There are some very interesting things going on. Some of these ideas are coming out because of challenge grants. Some of them are people come forward because it's sort of a low-cost health kind of things. And by the way, work in India in this area potentially can have impact not just in India but other places too. And I think there's a recognition of that. And we're trying to do small things to, in some sense, make sure that some of the innovations in India are done elsewhere. Again, I'll just do the quote that I did this morning because I really mean it, is that when it comes to innovation, you can have a wonderful idea in isolation. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, but the big thing is replicability, to be able to extend it to other places. And of course, the expression there I used this morning was simply jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha. If the peacocks dance in the jungle, who sees it? And that's when you get into the part about innovation. Like a thing is a thing of beauty, but it has to go beyond that. It can't just be the jungle in isolation. It has to spread. And so I think it's probably fair to say that we're interested in innovation, but we're also interested in the spread of innovation and how that goes to different places. So thank you very much.